Hello, welcome to Wonderfully Made Incorporated. I'm Dr. Fredina, here with another wellness dose. We're going to talk today about confrontation. If you like, please subscribe and share. Before we get started, make sure you have your water, drink your water, and sanitize. As we deal with confrontation, we always think and feel as though we have to defend ourselves. So we get geared up to defend ourselves from being wrongfully accused and mistreated. So we tend to feel like we have to always fight people, fight persons, places, things. I want to say stop. Take off those gloves of thinking everybody's out to get you. Not saying that sometimes they're not out to, but as a child growing up, we tend to deal with confrontation by protecting ourselves, going off into our room, not eating. And our parents who just gave us constructive feedback that we felt we didn't need, we want to avoid them so we don't go down and eat. Only starving ourselves because they're down there eating, having a good time. So we didn't handle that quite well. But as we in time, we start to grow in grace, in God's grace, we approach the teen years. Then we know everything. Can't nobody tell me anything. We become stubborn. We feel as though we know what we know and nobody can tell us anything, or we try to fit in. And we realize we get hurt, or it doesn't turn out so well. But as we continue to grow and we reach youth and young adults, we start dealing with a lot of other people's opinions and beliefs and viewpoints. And we tend to think that it's our way or no way, or we tend to feel like we don't fit in, or we get arrogant, or we prideful. That doesn't work either, because we tend to suppress things inside instead of dealing with the situation. How do we handle confrontation? Well, first of all, it depends on our soul. When we get rejected, or when we get hurt, or on our jobs, when our evaluations don't go the way we think they should go, or people are talking about us. First thing first, we need to know our own personality and attitude. Should we confront it at that time? Maybe step back and just breathe and evaluate and reevaluate the situation. But we don't need to just let some things go. Yes, we get to pick and choose our battles. When it's dealing with work-related, if we feel as though we have not been done right, how can we handle that? Well, first of all, we can go forward and say how we feel, not try to tell them what they did to us was wrong, because maybe it was from our perspective or perception, or maybe it wasn't. But we only can be accountable how we feel. So we can say, I felt as though I was not accepted. Or if it's in our relationship with our significant other or family friends, you hurt my feelings. Okay. Or maybe it's just something we did to ourselves. In all honesty, we have to forgive ourselves. We have to forgive others in time comes along, depending on where we are. But we have to learn in every confrontation, we have a right to disagree, and we can't make people agree or see things from our point of view. So we have to grow in God's grace and not take things personally, and then step back and pick and choose our confrontations. What if I don't say something? What if I do? Why am I saying it? How am I saying it? And when should I say it? So as we think about sanitizing our area, we need to sanitize our confrontations with, first of all, being open and honest, being able to accept constructive Christ-like criticism, agree to disagree, knowing when to let go and let God. And always remember we can grow in God's grace through the confrontation. So don't be discouraged. Don't not approach it, but just use wisdom. Make wise choices when you're going to deal with confrontation.